For this video, I thought it would be neat to compare two guitars against one another. In my right hand, your left-hand side of the screen, I've got a Collings D2H. The MSRP on this guitar runs over $5,000. Now, I got this guitar in a trade, so luckily I don't have near that much in this guitar, but anyone looking to buy one of these new would be parting with a pretty hefty premium in order to bring the guitar home. In my left hand, your right hand side of the screen, I've got a Takamine F360 that I found at a yard sale for $50. In fact, if you've not seen the video where I talked about getting this guitar and some tinkering that I did to the tuning machines, I will leave a link to that above in this video. But I was curious and figured other people would be curious as well. What is the difference between a guitar that's costing a lot of money and a guitar that is basically a budget model that you might find for $50 at a yard sale? Both of these guitars have recently been restrung with D'Addario XTs, and I'm going to do some side-by-side comparisons so that I can see for myself and also key you guys in on what's the difference between these two guitars. So if you would, in the comments below, let me know which one you think sounds best and why. $5,000 versus $50. Alright, so in going back and listening to these two side by side whenever I was editing the video, I was really pretty impressed with old $50 guitar here, how it stood up against a $5,000 guitar. Now, I don't think that it sounds better, but in some applications I was really surprised at how it was able to capture a pretty good tone against this Collings. For instance, whenever I was playing the G, D, E minor, C progression, I felt like this Takamine held up really well. But whenever I play more open chords, where you really expect for there to be a lot of resonance in the guitar, I felt like this Collings was head and shoulders more balanced and more open and had more sustain with things like where I was playing in E and playing in that drop D at the very beginning. What you don't get out of listening to these two guitars is understanding how much better this guitar feels. This Collings is handmade. It's solid spruce top, solid rosewood back and sides. Again, a handmade guitar, and you can definitely tell in terms of just holding it and the way it feels and the way it responds to touch and pick, that this is a far, far superior instrument in terms of construction. That having been said, again, I'm pretty happy with this old $50 guitar that I got right here. It held up well. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the comparison video, and maybe you get something out of this in terms of shopping for your next guitar.